Hello everyone, and today we will be taking a round trip on the Staten Island Ferry. First, we will travel from New York to Staten Island on board the MV SSG Michael H. Ollis, and then make a return trip back from Staten Island to New York on the MV Dorothy Bay. Before we begin our journey, I just want to say thank you so much for helping me reach 100 subscribers. Your support really means a lot to me, and I truly appreciate every one of you. So let's get started. While we wait for our ferry to arrive, let's take a look at our route on marine traffic. Our journey aboard the SSG Michael H. Ollis will take approximately 28 minutes as we travel southwest across the upper New York Bay, reaching a top speed of 16.7 knots. Our ferry has now arrived, and let's follow the passengers in front of us. Oh, by the way, the Staten Island Ferry is free, both one-way and round trips. Great for tourists and cheapskates like Mr. Krabs. With one long toot of the horn, we can now begin our journey. As we take a look in front of the vessel, we can see the Statue of Liberty visible along with the Newark container port. Visible to the port side of our vessel, we can see the sister vessel, the MV Dorothy Bay, making her way towards Whitehall Terminal. This will be the vessel we'll be riding on our return trip to Manhattan. Coming up behind us and overtaking our ferry is a Seastrick ferry on its way to Belfort Harbor, New Jersey. So this ferry, the MV SSG Michael H. Ollis, is named in honor of the U.S. Army Staff Surgeon who died in the Afghanistan War in 2013. The ferry was built by Eastern Shipbuilding in Panama City, Florida. This exact vessel is the first vessel in the Ollis class of the Staten Island Ferry. She was launched in 2019, delivered in 2021, and entered service in 2022. Hull number H219 and call sign Whiskey Delta Lima 5648. Moving our vessel is not one, not two, but four EMD 710 V12 two-stroke turbo diesel engines, with each one producing approximately 2,495 horsepower, for a combined total of 9,980 horsepower. These engines meet EPA Tier 4 emission standards and drive the ferry's two Voigt-Schneider propellers through Rhein-Tisk combining gearboxes. Electrical power on board is provided by three Caterpillar C18 generator sets, each producing 425 kilowatts. So the vessel measures 320 feet long and has a 70-foot beam and a 13-foot long draft. One feature I find that is very interesting is the ferry's double end design. Instead of turning the vessel at each terminal, which takes time, the captain simply transfers controls to the wheelhouse at the opposite end, allowing the ferry to depart at the other direction almost immediately. It's a concept that is very similar to the subway trains, which have driving cabs at both ends, and also similar to the Amtrak Keystone service trains that I rode last year, which has a locomotive at one end and a cab car on the other. This allows the train to reverse directions without having to turn at a Y or a loop. Personally, I think this is a very interesting operation. I'm much more familiar with the older Norwegian-built ferries like the one pictured on the screen that are still used by many inter-island ferry operators in the Caribbean. So observing and riding a double wheelhouse ferry like this is quite fascinating. As we approach St. George Terminal, the captain eases back on the throttle and the ferry speeds gradually fall as the docking terminal comes into view.
The ferry has come to a complete stop at the terminal. Remain behind the designated barriers for docking. Failure to do so could result in serious injury. Check to make sure that you have all of your personal belongings with you as you leave the ferry. Please place all trash in the receptacles provided throughout the ferry. Michael, Staten Island Ferry.
Now that the vessel has docked safely, we can now disembark and head towards the terminal. After waiting for quite a while, it's finally time to board our ferry back to New York Whitehall Terminal. This time, we'll be making the return journey aboard the MV Dorothy Bay, one of the newer vessels in the Staten Island Ferry fleet. Before we depart St. George Terminal, let's take a look at marine traffic. So our journey takes around 23 minutes. Then after 8 minutes of departure, our ferry slows down to make way for a departing cruise ship and heads northeast towards Whitehall Terminal with a top speed of 16 knots.
Carnival cruise ship, there was some crazy diseases.
May I have your attention, please? Welcome aboard the Staten Island Ferry. Please take a moment and
So who has the right of way? Is it the bigger vessels? Because you know, they have to communicate on the radios when they're saying if they're crossing paths. Yeah. You move faster, right? The bigger vessel has the right of way. So you can't turn this off.
They are located in the marking lockers and bins along the cabin wall. The instructions for their use, which are posted in red frames throughout the ferry. For assistance, see uniformed crew members located on each deck. Thank you for riding
I think, because I had a friend who sailed, I think they have to get on the radio and
Die sitzen drin.
okay.
Crossing in front of us is the Independence of the Sea. This is one of the cruise ships operated by the Royal Caribbean International, making her way towards King's Wharf in Bermuda.
Oh yeah?
I want to go tornado chasing, and then I'm like, I can't, I'm so freakishly afraid of tornadoes. Who am I? Nee, auch eher ein Bild für mein Handy allgemein überhaupt nicht. Nee, da sieht man ja nur dieses komische Reling. Ist ja scheiße. Da sieht Instagram ja nur die Reling. Ist ja scheiße. Ja, das stimmt für dich.
Der neue Serie kommt jetzt. The Beast.
And this cool looking boat is the Beast, New York City's famous high-speed speedboat attraction. This thrilling ride takes passengers on a fast-paced 30-minute adventure around New York Harbor, complete with sharp turns, high speeds, and incredible views of the city's iconic skyline and the Statue of Liberty. It definitely looks like a fun boat to ride.
Hast du gesehen, wie das Ding abgefahren war?
Er beschleunigt jetzt richtig.
With the beast no longer performing its stunts and disappears in front of us, let's talk about this vessel, the MV Dorothy Bay. This vessel is named after a journalist, social activist, and a co-founder of the Catholic worker movement. Dorothy Bay is the third and final vessel of the modern Ollis class, completing the three-ship class alongside the SSG Michael H. Ollis and Sandy Ground. Like her sister ships, she shares the same dimensions, the same EMD 710 V12 engines, the same Voigt-Schneider propulsion system, the same double-ended designs, and built by the same shipbuilding group in Panama City, Florida. The Dorothy Bay was launched in March 26, 2021. Her hull number is H221 and uses the radial call sign Whiskey Delta Golf 9659.
Ja, wird schon passen. Ja, können wir hier aussteigen? Können wir hier aussteigen, oder nicht?
Wir können hier aussteigen. Wir können nur abwarten.
Ja, das ist vielleicht ein bisschen schlauer. Laufen wir einfach durch den Battery Park dann durch?
As we arrive at the terminal, the crew opens the gate and lowers the ramp. With the ferry safely docked, it was finally time to disembark, bringing another end to another smooth and enjoyable journey across New York's harbor. And now we can bring today's video to an end. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.